This series is recommended for adult viewers only. Violence, harsh language, and themes of Shadowrun can be found inside. Audience, despite starting the call, I was the last person to it. We're also starting way earlier than normal. We're 100% on today's episode. Our energy is medium, average, nothing special, not too low, not too high. Some would call it the Goldilocks zone. Meanwhile, I'm over here thinking, how can I hit those SEO goals? NERPs. How can I do it? Maybe by mentioning that this is Shadowrun Ides of March, a Shadowrun 4E actual play set in Denver. Oh, APGamingREAL. Other SEO search terms that are significant. Now, you may remember, there's a new format on the wind, and that format is no format for a while. That's correct. Until each member of this party has won the thing at least once, we will ask whatever question the person who wins at the end wants. Therefore, it could be in your best or worst interest to pass the awards around to everybody. But would you really let that influence your judgment over who shadowed shadowly?
Maybe.
Am I trying to appeal to competitive or maybe groupthink? Pass the buck around to everybody?
How many points are questions worth?
Wow. Okay, I see Game Changer
what's
has
the
infected
weighted
you.
What's the weighted average of these questions?
All right. Well, fortunately, we do not subscribe to federal testing standards. So, well, I am just completely out of focus tonight. I don't know what's happening to me.
Gaming Real over here.
That's true. This is the 28th episode, and that's where I get to ask my question. No one here knows what the question is, which is why I'm going to start with the person who will panic the least, BigSpoon.
Okay. I was curious who that was.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
You're welcome. Feeling it was not me.
The most unflappable.
I'm going to go in reverse order until we hit the most panicked at having to answer a question at the last second. And say the question is, and you can't pick which person you are in the world this time, because the question is, as a member of this Shadowrunning group, which other Shadowrunner do you trust the most? Which locks you in, you have to answer as Siren.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's easy. I mean, yeah. Blitz.
Okay.
Like,
safe answer.
I'll give you a secondary answer though, because I feel like that's a no-brainer because Blitz is her sister, right?
Yeah.
The secondary answer is Sniff.
Cool. Sniff.
Steady, solid.
Who do you trust?
Yeah. Who does Sniff trust the most? You know what? Actions matching words, like following through on everything they say. It's got to be Blitz.
Wow.
Ooh, is this going to be a clean sweep?
It might be.
Who do you trust the most?
I'm just glad I don't apparently panic the most on questions when asked to me.
I'm about to be real with you, bro. I think that's because you're too blasé to let it get to you. You're absolutely a guy who goes with the flow, no questions asked.
This
and then panic about it later once you realize what's happened.
That is true. The number of times on Slayer's Nights I'd be back in the chat going, did I just fuck everything up? I actually think because it was the first or second episode where Sniff and Cipher did like not off the record, but like just a copying of the data on the side that no one else knows about. Still, he's going to go with Sniff because he's got that little secret.
Wow, no clean sweep, brutal. Very well. I don't know if I like this better. Do I like the blur more? I don't know. We'll leave it like this for now. Savannah, you're shaking your head. You like this more or you don't like this more?
Oh, I like that more.
Okay, but I don't like showing the background of my house.
You mean your books and the dark room that I can't see behind you?
This is a table directly behind me that has all... I'm still out of focus. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore. Chaos has enveloped. Do I need a new camera? Is that what this Logitech C920 has been with me since I started streaming? It is solidly 15 years old. I think it's having a moment.
It's a classic right there.
Will it
Midlife
come out
crisis.
of this? Yeah, it's having a moment of crisis. Will it come out or will it not? My mom was asking me what I wanted for my birthday, and I was like, maybe it's time to get a real microphone and a real camera. And she was like, no, you're getting a cruise instead. I was like, why would you ask?
With a much more expensive option.
Why would you ask? Savannah, as the person most likely to panic and therefore given the most, oh my God, what is happening?
We need someone to stand behind you and like do like the hand thing behind your head, like you're a beauty product.
Unbelievable. I don't know what's going on. Savannah, who does your character trust most in the group? You can say yourself.
Okay, sure, myself. No, I don't think that's a fun answer. So originally it was Decay, but then he recently revealed that he did have a plan to kill her, which didn't sit right with her. So it is Sniff.
Wow, brutal.
Because he could be someone's dad. Who knows?
It's true.
He has that energy.
I've literally been knocked into last place with negative points. There are people here who
didn't see you go on the murder rampage.
Negative.
You have a -1.
You got a point, and then it was retracted. That's different.
No, it's a negative. It's definitely a negative to go from trusted status to not trusted status. That's a fall, brother. That's not a 0. That's a net negative. Audience at home, this is what people would call the consequences of your actions, and suffering it sucks. Wow, what can I say? All right, Spoon, the chaos is over. It's time for the monotonous humdrum of office work, which is going to be this entire episode, right? We're all just going to fill out paperwork.
It is February 7th, 2076. I believe we last left off the episode. Everybody was kind of doing their own thing on downtime, right? You guys didn't have a whole lot going on. You had a good chunk of time between the wrap up of your delivery job for Marty at the gun show, and until now. And so, Cipher, you get a message through your usual line of contact with BiteLancer.
It's so long.
Yeah, who is like...
he actually pauses the game he's playing to look at this.
The message says, hey, I have a lead. I need some help tracking down more information.
Thought you'd never ask. Do I need to come in person, or is this like a... Oh, wait, hold on. I might be confusing people. Wait.
BiteLancer is your blogger contact.
Oh, yeah, definitely not meeting in person.
Yeah, and I think like you guys are like, so you were playing a game, like this message has come over like the chat function in this game.
Oh, what? They're not supposed to be better hacker than me. Okay, all right. Lead away, I guess is all I say back. If you integrate them into the game, like Chase the Rabbit, that would be so cool.
So they say Blue Line Community Clinic might be involved in shady medical practices. Need a team to investigate.
Would I have any sense of that hearing that name beforehand?
Do you have any sort of like Denver community knowledge or medical knowledge or any sort of knowledge that might assist here?
You could also do like Underground is the only thing that might
a data search.
Yeah, I think I might have to do a data search. See, unless it's like corporate network architecture or Matrix Underground. No,
it is neither of those things.
All right, data search. Would you call that a browse?
Yes, that would be a browse check.
Nice. I'll say I'm not in VR.
And this will be an extended test. So basically, you just you go ahead and roll until you get, and then you remove a dice on each roll, and then let me know what your hits are in the final. Like once you're out of dice, or once you've passed like 15 hits.
Oh, that's a terrible start. Okay.
And then, so while you're rolling those, we will cut over to Sniff. You get a you're down at the midnight nose.
Yeah.
Just kind of doing some clerical paperwork on one of your cases that you had finished up. And your the office phone rings.
Takes a puff of the cigarette that he's got, taps it out, reaches, clicks on the comm link. Midnight knows, what can I do?
A woman's voice on the other end says, "A mutual friend passed me along your name as someone who might be interested in some business of an somewhat investigative nature that your team might be able to help me with. My name's Bubblegum."
Bubblegum. All right, Bubblegum. Always looking for a little work. You want to
Fantastic.
meet in person? You want to talk over the link here? What are we doing?
We can meet in person if you're interested in picking up some work. I usually am at Club Robo.
Club Robo. Anytime?
I'm typically there every night. It's my office, you could say.
All right. Well, I like a regular schedule, so that sounds good. Any particular preliminary details you want to throw my way? What's the nature? What's the shape?
I don't want to say too much over the link, but it's data related and the old As technology pyramid.
All right, sniffing a data trail. Got it. I'll be in touch.
Fantastic. Did you roll more browse, Cipher?
Oh, like literally, you want to just keep doing it?
Yeah, just keep rolling until you
Go.
basically every time you roll,
So this
remove a
would be a one.
dice, and
Okay.
then once you're out of dice, let me know how many hits you've gotten.
Did that one not go through?
Let's
Looks
see
like
it.
it. All right, let me do it again.
Sniff would send a text message to the group chat and let him know he's got a lead on a potential job. Give the little bit of info that he's got, data trail. Sounds like we'll need Cipher's expertise somewhere on this one. If y'all are interested, we can go down as a group. I can go down by myself. Anybody who wants to go, we can pick a night.
Blitz says, "Let's pick a time. I want to meet."
All right.
So just make sure I'm doing this right. I have 8 dice in my original pool. You want me to roll 8 times, subtracting 1 each time. And then-
Correct.
Add them up. Okay.
Yeah, so like your first dice should be, or your first roll should be 8 dice. Your second roll should be 7 dice.
-3.
Third roll should be 6 dice, so on and so forth.
I feel like, isn't this what factorials are in math? There should be a way to do this.
Yeah, I mean that.
2 -4. Do pretty good.
Yeah, so let's see.
Yeah.
What are you at so far?
At half, so I'm at 4 dice left. 2
Okay. But how many? Yeah, let's see.
-5.
6, 8, 10,
7,
11.
8, 10. I'm at 11.
That's fine. We can cut it off here.
Oh,
Yeah.
can we not count the one that just happened?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to punish you for a critical glitch on a browse extended test.
111. Damn.
So
You lose all information you just found.
Yeah, you do some digging on the public grid, looking up Horizon searching, because Horizon probably owns Google at this point. The name of the Blue Line Community Clinic, and you find Starting back probably 2 years, maybe like a year and a half ago. So we're talking like mid to late 2074. This Blue Line Community Clinic was opened on the edge of the Aurora Barrens. It was touted as like it's in the UCAS sector in the Horseshoe Park neighborhood. And it was, kind of trumpeted as this, helping the less fortunate people in Denver, aimed at, the metahuman community, that sort of thing, like doing good in the neighborhood, right? And after the initial like public PR events and things like that around the opening, it mostly fell off the radar. And it has, as far as it has just been kind of providing community healthcare to this underserved neighborhood. And they have, well, occasionally there was like another article about like a charity event where they had like a dinner or something like that put together to raise donations, things like that.
Well, on the surface, they seem like jolly good people.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should try to find some of the people they've been helping get their side of the story. Who would I know that's good at that? Sends text to Sniff. Because Sniff was in the middle of something else. I don't know if you want me to interrupt it or not, but
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I mean, I assume this is all kind of happening relatively simultaneously. You would have gotten a message about the, meetup saying, "Hey, we might need you on this other thing." So naturally, of course, you might respond in kind.
So classic Cipher response would be, "Yeah, sure, that's fine, whatever." Hey, have you heard of this Blue Line Community Clinic? I have a lead that we should investigate. But I'm starting. Rumors say there could be a face, and like Cipher doesn't like normally talk this way, so it's him trying to be like sneaky detective. Like I think they're a face for some something bad under the hood. I was thinking maybe we could find and get the scoop from some of the people they've, puts in quotes, helped.
All right. He Sniff responds back with paying job.
You see the ... deleted ... deleted. No.
Can I make a roll to see if there's anything that I happen to have heard, just like, through my current caseload, anything that might somehow, connect to that?
Yeah, if you have, I would say, like, what knowledge skills are you thinking here?
Let's see. I got history, if that's helpful. I've got underworld. News as a general one.
I'd take news.
All right,
Take
let's
a
give
news
that a
roll.
go.
Okay, 4 hits. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
You remember, so when he says Blue Line, you remember probably about 7-8 months ago, talking to your friend at Lone Star, or sorry, Knight Errant, I believe he is. Or is it Lone Star or Knight Errant?
Lone Star, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
Lone
Arthur.
Star, yeah, Lone Star detective. That's right. You remember talking to him, and he mentioned there were some legal cases that were squashed against Blue Line, and like nothing ever came of them. But there was some malpractice suits that basically got shuffled under a rug.
Okay. Yeah, so Sniff would send that back over to Cipher and says, only thing I know vaguely about them is a set of cases that got hushed up a little quicker than a random little clinic should have been able to. Within the last year, it's possibly something there worth a deeper dive.
Sounds like friends in high places.
Could just be.
Well, I'll keep doing some digging. Sorry, what did you want me to show up for again?
Well, got a potential lead on a paying job. If you're interested, it sounds like there might be some use for your data sniffing skills there.
I feel like he's using like the equivalent of the future text to a voice to text, and he says, felt like a little emphasis on that voice to chat. Oh, voice to chat. Emphasis on that paying part. Wait, no, don't send that. Oh, crap. And it just like goes through. All right. Sounds good. Always happy to help the team.
Great. Like picking a time and a place. What time of day was it that we started this year? Like, night still coming up?
I would say this is in like the probably like the late afternoon, and like most of as they do in Shadowrun, most of your stuff takes place at night.
That's right. All right. Well, Sniff would send to everybody, no time like the present. We can go check this job out tonight, or we can do it tomorrow night if y'all need to circle up and do anything in the meantime.
I'm good for tonight.
All right. Anybody heard from Decay?
Hello, rambunctious runners. This is Decay. I wanted to text you on this evening as I have finished my peaceful meditations. I have just finished going around my new neighborhood and distributing a local dish of my homeland, Marionberry pie, to all of my neighbors and introducing myself. I see that we have jobs lined up. I would remind you, if you scroll up in the text group, I was very specific that I am currently meditating and initiating into the mystic arts and will be unavailable for full-time jobs for the immediate future, possibly, but not limited to, the entire month. My participation in any of these jobs must be limited to daytime hours and or very short jaunts of high physical activity. However, with that said, good friends, I am willing to come out and meet with you for a meal and discuss these upcoming jobs and the role that I may play in them. Period.
Cipher's looking for like the 2x speed button. He's like, come on, populate faster.
I've decided that I want to make it retroactively canon that DK always texts like he's a boomer.
Yeah, so it's like several different text bubbles.
There's a signature. Like
no, that was all one big text bubble, just to be
gotcha.
clear.
Okay.
But he always starts by saying, hello, person in the chat he's talking to. This is DK.
Then imagine your next text is just K.
That's just me. You're describing the way I text people, and it makes them so angry when I say K or OK or the full word OK, and they're like, why are you so passive aggressive? And I'm like, is there some other word which fully conveys that I have received your message and agree with it?
Thumbs up reaction emoji.
Positive acknowledgement.
I hate the thumbs up reaction emoji because if you say something back on Discord, it updates the chat. So the person knows that there was acknowledgement of receipt. If you thumbs up, I don't have any fucking clue that you've thumbs up. There's no
reaction notifications.
I get one
I don't get that.
Well, you gotta check your settings.
Well, I gotta be honest with you. Having seen some of the things people react to on my channel, I'm not sure I want that. What is happening with this camera?
You're in witness protection. It's happening.
Anyway, I sent that extremely normal and very sane message to all of you. And I think we cut back to DK is in his new house. He's cleaning out a pie tin that clearly has like a nice crumbly Seattle, Portland, Oregon based Marionberry blueberry pie. But it's clear that he's used only organic Elven ingredients in the process and that it's fully vegan.
Sounds expensive.
It does sound expensive, but he has to make a good impression on the neighbors now that he's pretending to be middle class.
Hello.
What is going on here, camera? You and I, we need to have a talk. All right. You and me. Is it because I'm not centered? Is that what's doing it?
Could be.
I don't like being center. I like to be as close to the edge as possible.
It's the
I'm a
bear spirit
Shadowrun.
trying to come out.
No, I moved to the edge and I got lost. What is happening?
What's happening is that I think we're all getting together and we're going to meet at the Club Robo here this evening. We're going to seek out bubblegum.
Great. DK will show up. He is wearing Jedi robes. He fully is out in public wearing like sandals, like dark brown khaki pants, like over a white over robe, and then a robe over that, fully like almost bathrobe-ish, but it all has like Elven accenting and whatever the name of the Elven language is, like runes around the sash.
Baratheon.
Sparethiel, thank you. I knew that because it's the language I speak primarily. I'm English as a second language. Yeah, I show up first before everybody else there, and I get a table, and I act like I'm somebody's grandpa, which is not a surprise for an elf, but I still look like I'm a 25-year-old that left his house without changing into good clothes.
Yeah, Sniff would show up, see DK, he'd go grab himself a drink, a nice bourbon, and go sit down. He's in his normal garb, assuming that Bubblegum will know who he is and what he is supposed to look like, and seek them out once he's there.
Blitz shows up in her riding leathers, but it's very obvious she's done her makeup, and when she sits down and unzips her jacket, she has dance clothes on underneath.
Way to come prepared.
Cipher uses his car to auto-navigate him there, and in transit, he's looking for any patient of the clinic that has been like publicly reported, like in an article. Just trying to build a list of people to look into.
Okay. So when you look into that list, you see that so on the edge of the barrens, mostly the clientele of this clinic are mostly the sinless. So people that don't have identification.
So hard to trace down.
Yes, correct. Yeah, it would be, I mean, apart from going to the neighborhood and like physically canvassing the neighborhood and being like, hey, have you been to this clinic? It's gonna be very hard to digitally track
Yeah,
them
check
because they
those
don't
court
have
records,
any.
right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could. But yeah, it's going to be difficult to track down an individual that has been.
It's a good way for a hacker not to find you is if you don't exist.
Yeah.
Digitally.
If you're not in the system,
Yeah.
which is why most Shadowrunners also sinless.
Coincidence? We shall see.
So at some point, Sniff, you go up to the bar and to like get a refill.
Yeah.
And one of the bartenders says, hey, Bubblegum's up in the VIP area. Just go up and tell the bouncer who you are.
Right. She mind if I come with company?
Nope.
Great. So Sniff goes back to the table, circles up, says, hey, meeting's upstairs. Everybody coming?
On my way. Blitz, you look
What's
shiny.
a follow? Huh?
You look shiny.
Oh, thanks. You dance?
I orchestrate my body to move to rhythms that doesn't look good, but yes.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys head upstairs.
Hold on. I don't just head upstairs. I'm full on traditional Elven like nobility moving. I'm doing the like float shuffle movement.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Little steps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So-
absolutely want to show up to this meeting like very distant and haughty.
Okay.
Maintaining that meditative state. I get it.
Yeah.
He's above it all.
So you guys head upstairs, all the way up to the very top, and waiting for you there is this woman who's like she's standing in the doorway of one of the booths, like holding the door open and like waves you guys over when you come in. You pass Thomas, the troll at the bar.
I have a question.
Love
Yes.
Thomas.
What does she look like for people who aren't us? Looking
So
at this
she
picture.
is average height for a human woman. She has long platinum blonde hair that is pulled back into like a high ponytail. She's wearing like nice dark, they're probably not leather, but like they're like a some sort of like synth weave fabric pants. And she has on like a kind of pale white leather jacket with some like quilted, probably it even looks like maybe it's a little bit of armor on like the chest area. And she has on a pair of like pink shades.
Sniff holds out his hand, says, nice to meet you. Apparently my reputation precedes me, but
Yeah, pleasure to meet you as well. Why don't you come on in?
all right.
While
This
we're
is my
moving,
team.
I want to withdraw one of my hands up my sleeve and be blind texting Cipher what I'm actually saying. But in Spirethiel, I lean in next to Cipher, very, noble talking to courtier wise. And in Spirethiel, I say, I am concerned that we will not be paid an adequate amount. Our client here appears to be in need of a belly warmer in the February weather.
Oh, you're really not going to like my job then. That's all he says back.
Now I'm saying it as like a stage whisper to like not be acknowledged but still be heard, and I'm checking to see if she speaks Spirethiel.
Go ahead and make me a visual perception check.
Wait,
Visual.
do you have AR glasses?
Or actually, go ahead and make me instead of visual perception, make me a judge intentions roll.
Judge intentions. I don't have any modifiers. I don't have any wounds. I don't have edge turned on. Ugh.
1. She doesn't seem to react to. I mean, other than to
Okay.
like see that you have spoken, and then the language she does not understand. Seemingly,
Very well.
she doesn't respond. So you guys step into one of these like there are these large booths with the glass wall on one side looks down over the club. And when the door shuts, there's like a little like hiss of pressurization kind of. And she walks over to the table and like presses a button, and you hear in the background like a white noise generator turns on. And she says, please have a seat. I can tell you what I know. I have and then if you are good to go on the job, we can go meet the Johnson.
Fire away.
All right. This is a data extraction. The target is the abandoned As Technology pyramid. The thought is that there's still a working terminal in there that can connect to the As Technology global grid. And the Johnson wants you to pull off some specific data from there.
Sounds straightforward.
Sure. You're looking at 40K initial.
Initial? Is there incentives, bonuses? What are we saying?
I mean, you can always negotiate with the Johnson to
Fair.
But that's the initial offering is 40,000. So how's that sound?
Sniff's gonna look around, see if anybody's showing any signs of concern, but
I think you just see Cipher like saying active terminal. Oh, I have to go inside again. But he's
Getting
like
out of the
his way
thing.
of saying that means like he's already like committed to sure, let's go.
No major concerns here. We can always negotiate with the Johnson.
Fantastic. All right.
Got any had any eyes on the building recently?
Me? No, I don't have any info on the S technology building other than back in 74, they tried to come back in and Ghostwalker slapped him back down.
Fair enough. All right. Well, when do we meet?
She like flicks her fingers over towards you and you get a comlink number. And she says, "This is the Johnson's number. Whenever you feel comfortable calling him and setting up a meet." I'll let him know that I have a team, and if you want to go ahead and do it now, we can do it now.
Yeah, no time like the present. Let's roll.
Okay.
I don't know. Voice like puts him on
speaker.
Yeah, speakerphone there and
Sure.
calls him up.
So it rings a couple times, and then you hear a man's voice on the other end pick up and says, "This is Mr. Johnson. Go ahead."
Here you got some work.
I do. Excellent. Would you be willing to meet in person?
That's preferred.
Fantastic.
Where do you need to
be? The office building at the corner of Glendale and Aurora Hills.
Can do. How long?
An hour. 3rd floor. It's currently under construction. We shouldn't have any trouble getting in.
All right. Sounds good. We'll see you there.
Fantastic.
Click, click. Bubblegum, you gonna join us, or you
she says,
done with your part?
Yeah, my part in this adventure is over.
Well, nice meeting you.
Yeah, I wish you and your team luck.
How do we get her job? That seems easy. How do we get her job? That seems easy. He's like trying to whisper back to Decay, except he doesn't know how to whisper, so he's just coming out louder than it's intended.
It just kind of elbows him.
In Sperethiel, Decay is going to say, like, placatingly towards her, like, "My apologies for my companion's low behavior."
She
Have it on, Legolas. Have it on.
Legolas. Fabian. She doesn't seem to react to like she just kind of she nods at you as like, "Yeah, sure, elf guy who's speaking in Sperethiel to me, a human." And she kind of looks over at Cipher and goes, "You're gonna need a big black book."
He just shuts up at that. His black book is like
2 people. Well, these
3.
I was saying your black book like quadrupled in size when you met the team.
That's true.
Thanks to Blitz and Decay, I've gained twice as many as I had.
Cypher's popular now.
Yeah.
All right,
so
Cypher, you ready to drive?
Yeah, I was say we'll star wipe over to you guys show up at the corner of Glendale and Aurora Hills, and there is in fact a office building in which the third floor is undergoing construction. There's a publicly accessible elevator. This is like probably in like a C-rated type neighborhood where like secure, but not like they're like scanning sins on the sidewalk or anything like that.
I think Sniff would cast a couple spells before they go in and just throw up his detect magic and detect life and just have that good to go just in case, better to be prepared.
DK is going to 100% be screaming out his ultrasonic senses. Actively pinging like a Soviet sub.
A single ping only.
No, I'm going to be actively pinging. Don't you understand?
How'd you do on those spells?
All right, got a 3 on the detect magic. Pass my drain there. And then detect life will be the second one. Both of these are sustained, so I gotta hold one down. Where's the second one? I put it in. I swear.
I mean, it's just taking some time. So I'll tell you what you get on your detect magic. Nothing magical shows up in this general area.
Cool.
If you hold it for like 15 minutes or so, you will see like a watcher spirit come through.
Okay.
But nothing like it just looks like it's a routine like patrol kind of.
Okay. He'll keep an eye on it. He'll note it. Not going to worry too much about it, though. All right, pass both those drains. Got 2 on the detect life, so.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you detect obviously your teammates. You detect like there's plenty of people around here. You as you like with 2 successes, it doesn't extend far enough to like reach the 3rd floor from the bottom. But as you get into the elevator and begin going up, you do detect 3 life forms on the 3rd floor.
Okay. He'll sub-vocalize and send that in a message. 3 folks where we're headed. And then make our way in.
So the elevator doors open and you guys step out into like a empty office building floor where the base construction has been finished and it's just waiting to be like furnished out. So there are like empty cubicles and stuff like that, but then there's still some like plastic sheeting that's hanging up. And you see across like this open floor plan office, there are 3 people standing over there. There is a man in a suit, kind of dark olive skin, very nice business suit. Has his arms like behind his back at ease position. On his right, there is a very large troll in like kind of not quite combat armor, but he definitely looks like he is physical security. And then on his left, there is a shorter stature dwarf woman, also in like a nice, not in a suit, but in a nice outfit. Looks like you can't really. It's hard to really pin down what her purpose here is. Could be Decker maybe. And he says, "You must be." The man in the suit speaks up. He says, "I'm Mr. Johnson. You must be my team."
That's us.
Excellent.
Can I do a matrix perception as we're now on that floor?
Sure. Go ahead.
I'm not in VR.
Any other perception like things that you guys want to do?
I'll scan the room,
Sure. Visual perception checks.
What kind
you
of?
would like to make
I
them?
want to do a perception check, and I want to know what kind of heat this guy's back in.
Sure.
I got gun knowing.
You got gun knowing. Well, make me a visual perception check first.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. With a 2, 1, a 4. So you can definitely see the troll has probably like some sort of either submachine gun or like folded down automatic weapon like under his jacket. With a 4, you also see the dwarf has several knives hidden on her person. And like lets you notice one of on like in the sleeve of one of her coats on like her wrist, you see she has like a it looks kind of out of place because it's a very naturalistic looking like bracelet. Like it looks like it's woven together from some fibers, and there might be like pieces of bone like woven into that bracelet.
We got like a shaman.
Could be.
Not detecting any magic still, yeah.
No, not detecting any active magic. You could have sensor if you wanted to.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So like because detect magic would only trigger if she's actively using magic or has active spells going.
Well, Sniff didn't notice the bracelet, so he probably will just.
I mean, a sensing is never a bad idea. I don't think.
Like, all right, let's do it. If or would this be aura reading or just regular?
No, this would just be regular sensing. And then with that 5 on the matrix perception check, you definitely see you can find all of their comm links very easily. And you see they all have a good deal of devices attached to them. The troll definitely has multiple firearms attached to his. And it looks like some wear, like some cyberware.
I think I just. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say like the because most of your stuff is tech related. The troll is the thing that pings most for you. This this troll is serious business.
I think I just start like building like an AR on our team's visual, just like the number of enhancements I see and try to piece together based off where I'm like finding them, like cyberware, like just everything that's piecing it together, and you're just seeing like more and more pins going on the troll as it's building.
With a 2,
I have a question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
AP, are you wounded right now?
Nope.
I see you're rolling with wounds.
Just means he has wounds turned on. It does.
Okay.
If his tracks aren't filled.
Oh, my track was completely filled actually.
Okay, yeah, because I see you're giving yourself.
I'm looking out for you.
-2 there. So yeah, you would be rolling 2 more dice on your perception check.
Remember, I was recently shot a lot.
Yeah, but it's been several weeks since then. Because
it's been like 1.5 weeks since then, I think. But yes.
Yeah, it's been long enough that you would have.
Just to be clear, he is still like, even with magical healing and good medical care, he is still feeling like a man who was recently shot.
Yes, absolutely.
Sure.
A little drained.
But you would not be suffering the mechanical negatives anymore.
Great. Awesome.
With a 2 on your sensing check, you get they're all in good health. The dwarf is awakened.
Okay.
What's your magic attribute?
6.
Magic score lower than yours.
Okay. What's the I'm trying to remember this. Can I like memorize auras to try to like remember them, or if I see spells related to that person later?
Yeah. Yes, you can and that if you wanted to make an aura reading check on that now, you can, and then you can remember, essentially have like a memory of if you see like a spell that this dwarf has cast or a spirit that this dwarf has summoned, you would be able to be like,
he'll do that just for completeness,
Sure.
It's a 6.
Oh yeah, dude. Like you're like, oh, I got this. All right. So it's like, however, you probably tie it to like sense, because obviously sniff. So it's like, a little bit of like a earthy smell, some like cinnamon, and then like maybe like a little bit of, probably not rot, but like that a little bit of umami from whatever her totem may or may not be.
Okay.
All right. So the Johnson steps forward. He says, Bubblegum filled you in on some of the details.
Got the basics. Need to hit up the old Aztechnology pyramid.
Excellent. Yes.
Grab some data.
As you may or may not remember, in 2074, the Aztechnology corn crop was hit by what's called the Aplokoya blight, which caused a lot of their overland farms and things like that down in the south to completely fail. And then also that same year, are you familiar with Shura? The GM is gonna butcher this pronunciation. Sururg, the Great Western Dragon, also sometimes known as the Destroyer. Anyway, he destroyed the facility, the NatVat facility on Puerto Rico, which was one of As Technology's subsidiaries, further crashing their food, goods, and edible services. So, what I am looking for you to do, As Technology in the year since then has made several acquisitions. I need you to break into this pyramid, get a active link into the As Technology global grid, and find me market projections for Ingersoll aquacultures. And they are a subsidiary of Productiva or Productus Cultivatos, which is itself a subsidiary of As Technology. And they are a company that is AA Corp, investing in aquaculture R&D to grow, basically grow crops off land in aquacultures. I don't know how much detail you want me to go into about the actual business they do, but
Market projections. I think that's something that is in the wheelhouse. We can definitely do it. Total pay. Bubblegum said 40K.
that is correct.
As Technology is a heavy hitter. Even in an abandoned place, that makes me a little nervous. I'd like to go in with a little bit more of a material preparedness. Any way we can get an extra 10K thrown on top of there?
That go ahead and make me a negotiation check.
Got a 2.
It's opposed. Type this formula incorrectly. Yeah. He says, I understand that there is some hesitation about going up against As Technology, but the pyramid here in Denver is abandoned. There is, as far as I know, little to no As Technology presence left there. It's mostly squatters, gangs that have moved into the area. You're definitely not going to be going up against any of As Technology's best.
I'll take your word for it for now. As I don't suppose you've had any eyes on the building in the meantime leading up to this, or any intel to pass over?
A couple high-level reconnaissance passes. No, nothing really other than those.
No worries, we'll take it. Sniff looks around. One thing, when the dragon got mentioned, Sniff would have looked at Decay just to see if Decay reacted in any way. Just because, Decay and dragons. Something about it. But
Decay he looks attentive, but he doesn't react to anything in particular in this whole discussion. He's very impassive.
Cipher, any other questions?
Terminal's there. I can get what we're looking for.
All right.
I think just to our group, he's sending like an AR message saying it seems a little weird if there's a active link to get anything off As Technology and all they want is market projections. Feels like an opportunity. We could get a lot more if we wanted it. Maybe not for these guys, but someone wants it.
I know you're thinking like a Shadowrun.
Right.
Get that pay data, baby.
Well,
Hell
it's against a megacorp, so he's like, yeah, fuck him.
Get him. Blitz. Any questions?
No. Sounds like I'm gonna be bored.
Decay's gonna look at Blitz, not say anything, but glance.
Well, here's hoping it's
Ooh.
an elk run.
Is this a significant PC glance?
I think the opposite. He's not trying to communicate anything. He's trying to read Blitz and figure out why she thinks that nothing's going to be going down. Because in DK's mind, not that the party knows this, but in his mind, they're probably going to have to kill a bunch of like meth addicts and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like the people that are squatting in this place are people that have zero fear of as technology sort of deal. Like they're desperate enough to be here. They don't have the resources to survive elsewhere. So they're probably, and it's been over a year since it's been abandoned, right? Like these people will have dug in like cockroaches everywhere, and they will probably be drug addicts. Whether that's true or not, it doesn't matter, because that's what he believes is true, is that this is actually going to be like a brutal fucking massacre getting in there.
But that's
Either
like taking
that,
out
or
the
they're going to
trash
have
for
to do
DK,
really
right?
boring, like Dungeons and Dragons mega dungeon style negotiation to get through the pyramid. Like, oh, the tracers want 50 creds to get through there, you know, and then you have to do a quest for them where you bring them back 5 cowhide leather or some shit like that in order to get through. Yeah, so when Blitz is again completely impassive, not displaying any of this, but in his mind, this is going to be an absolute murder show getting in there. And that's not even before the fireworks kick off. I mean, he sees this job as probably being short, but extremely high risk and very physical. So when Blitz says that, he looks over, doesn't say anything, and makes a note to talk to her later about all the killing they're probably going to have to do.
All right. Well, I think we have what we need on our end. Any questions for me?
The timeline for this job, I'm going to need the data before the end of the month.
Before the end of the month. You got it.
Also, you asked if I had any other reconnaissance on the pyramid. I would recommend don't go below sub-level 3 in the pyramid.
Any particular reason why?
Most of what is available publicly, like to anyone brave enough to go into the pyramid these days, stays above that level from what I've been able to find out.
It's dark below there. Gotcha. I
DK's
appreciate the heads up.
DK's going to do the Mace Windu lean where he puts his hands together and leans forward. Oh, there we go. I came in.
Yeah, that was perfect.
I just needed
Perfect.
I needed channel Samuel L. Jackson. He's going to say
Focus.
in English, why do you believe that there's an active terminal there if you don't know the location of the active terminal? And he's saying this while not looking at anybody and like picking lint off of his sleeve.
The Johnson goes, I mean, it's an as technology pyramid. They'll have links to the as technology global grid, and hopefully one of them will still be active, and you can make one of them active, and
Hopefully
get in on a back door. I mean, that's what I'm hiring you for.
With that comment, like what kind of stuff would Cipher need to bring to like build his, like if there's a live network feed, but to like build his own basically interface with a not like a full terminal, but just like to get in. Like, is that something you think he'd already have in his toolkit?
Yeah,
is that something I
probably.
should specifically call out?
And like you would, so if there's an active terminal that you can basically just like flip on or whatever, like you would just be able to interact with it as a Technomancer, like as you normally would.
Right.
If you needed to like repair or build an interface, you would probably need a toolkit,
Gotcha.
like
Okay.
an electronics toolkit.
Yeah, like I'm probably going in an unnecessary direction here, but like if we show up, there is no terminal, but I can confirm like there's high speed encrypted data moving through a certain area. I could probably assume that's their feed, and then I would have to tap into it separately. Is there specific stuff you want me to get to do that, or would you assume it's already something I have
You
in my
could look for
toolkit?
like a hardline tap.
Okay. I shall purchase one just to say I have it now. I'm just thinking if there's no terminal, I don't want to show up and be like, oh, too bad.
Yeah.
I'll make my own type thing.
If you do have to do any repairs, do you have the hardware skill?
I think I do. Because I think I took the, what's it called when you group them together?
The electronics group or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Active hardware. Oh yeah, 4.
All right, yeah. So if you guys don't have any more questions for the Johnson, he and the dwarf walk over to the elevator, and the troll just kind of stands there with his arms crossed for a minute. They get into the elevator, go down, and then like a few minutes later, like he puts his fingers to his ear, and then like gives you guys an up nod and turns and walks over to the elevator and leaves.
Well, that was awkward.
It's one of the, more professional exits we've seen, I think.
DK, I was kind of wondering, same thing with your question, like, how do they know there's still a terminal there? And if it is known that there's a terminal there, that means as technology knows there's a terminal there. And if they're not going in to shut it down, there's got to be something dangerous there to keep them
They're
away
betting
too.
on the fact that they think that a megacorp will have some sort of leakage or systemic failure on behalf of incompetent employees.
That diffusion of responsibility, Cipher. Not everything gets covered.
Well, I was
We
also
don't have
like,
control of this room, so we shouldn't be talking here any further.
All right.
Cipher just like freezes mid-sentence. So then he goes back and sends his message to VR or AR. What if it's an intentionally like left terminal that feeds false information?
We'll talk
Brilliant.
on the move.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Make our way back to the van, yeah?
Yeah, you guys head back to the van.
All right.
Then he says out loud, but what if it's a fake terminal now?
Look, here's my reckoning. First wave reconnaissance with the drone. Take a look around, see what you can find. Be there physically present outside, but in person to see if you can technomance anything. Second wave will be myself and Sniff going in. He'll be invisible. I will infiltrate using the skills that I've learned through my long life. Blitz will remain on backup as a quick response team to anything, let's call it kinetic tactical situations we might get into. Locating a terminal. If we do, we bring Cipher in with Blitz as his escort. If not, after the second infiltration, we then circle the wagons, come back with a new plan. I think we go now, tonight, immediately.
Oh.
But I'm in all my dancing clothes.
We can make a run.
I can't. Oh man.
I do
How
not
long's
have
it
a
going to
change
take you
of
to change,
clothes.
Blitz? Come on.
I was really looking forward to the. Never mind. 10K
Tomorrow
is
night?
worth more than dancing. No,
Does
we can
anyone
go. I don't
have
care.
any? No, I wouldn't want to get between you and your dancing, or you and cavalry, or you and whatever it is you want to do. Blitz, you don't seem concerned about how this job might go down. I want to be clear that I think that this job will involve probably an enormous amount of killing. It's going to be an extremely kinetic situation.
You're gonna kill the people that are ODing on the floor, normally I would just step over them.
I think that when you go into a hive of insects, they will react to your presence. You think that we're only going to encounter completely drugged out junkies in there? These people are going to defend themselves in their lives. And they'll be right to do so, just to be extremely clear.
In my experience, DK, the first sign of too much noise, most of those folks scatter. Any who don't, I agree that they're generally a little more dangerous than the
Don't
rest.
pretend like I'm going in here trying to kill a bunch of people. I think it will be necessary based on lifelong experience and training.
Well,
This is the most annoyed I think you've ever seen DK at the implication that he just wants to kill drug addicts. He's just really annoyed.
glad we've got you along to keep us safe then.
I just think we're going to encounter something, because otherwise I feel like as technology would go turn off the terminal on their own. So something is there. What it is, I don't know.
Relevant piece of information here. Since Ghostwalker returned in like 2068 or something like that, he kicked As Technology out of Denver and banned them from having any sort of presence in the city. In 2074, they tried to make a like covert comeback while he was distracted by some other shit, basically. And once he dealt with that, he put the hammer down hard on them again. And so like this is why this guy's like, hey, there might be an active terminal in there, because they got on the bad side of a great dragon, and he effed him up pretty hard.
Curious comment section. I know you're right there with me when you just noted that Spoon has created lore that says that As Technology isn't allowed to operate in the city, and yet we've been to numerous taco temples, turning it into a meme. And yet Taco Temple is a As Technology.
Indeed.
Wow. This is poor world building, Spoon, is all I'm
is
saying.
Is it though?
Yes. Yeah. You're saying it like it's a mysterious thing or like I might be wrong, but
no, man, it's people want tacos.
Yeah, but does Ghostwalker want them to have tacos?
Maybe that's his weakness.
Yes, his one weakness is the human consumption
the
of
soy
tacos.
taco.
Yeah,
He thinks it's always Tuesday.
100 soy tacos, please.
I am going to privately text Cipher and tell him to send the drone tonight, like right now, and do high-level reconnaissance. Just get a look at the site, and then tomorrow we'll have a baseline to compare it against.
We're doing this tomorrow then, or tonight?
We should do it tomorrow night after Blitz has gotten, the dance out of her.
Dance fever.
There you go, Blitz.
I think Cipher just responds, say, sending drone, but I'm gonna circle around widely in my van as well.
So
he never likes
after
sending
we've
the
all
drone too
left
far.
the van and gone back to our various domiciles, of course.
Yeah.
I think after you say that, he says, of course. Not that he wasn't gonna go with you guys there, but he was in the back of his mind hoping someone might stay with him. But then he's realizing the only person he told that plan to is Decay. So
yeah, because they're privately texting each other.
Yes.
All right. So what am I hearing here? DK and
Decay
Cipher
pulls
are going
from his robes. He pulls out little sandwich bags that have 2 Marionberry cookies and hands a bag to each of his runner companions. The bag has their Shadowrun name written on the outside of it in, permanent marker.
Sniff takes a sniff and smells good.
Cipher takes out a cup, pours the contents into the cup, and puts the baggie around the cup. So now it's a cup with his name on it with the contents inside to drink from.
All right. At that,
Drink.
DK gets out of the van and just starts to head home. I should have expected something strange would happen.
um, meet back here at Club Robo tomorrow before we head out.
DK doesn't
Roger,
say
Bill.
anything. He just continues walking away.
I'll send my report shortly. Then you see Cipher drive off, realizing he still only told Decay.
Sniff would make his way back to the Midnight Nose, and I would like to astrally project, I think, from there and just do a quick like spin around the pyramid. Not go in, not dive deep, but just see if there's any bright lights,
Sure.
jumping out.
Go ahead and make me a astral perception roll. And then Cipher, you can go ahead and make me a for bugs perception.
Would that be?
I think it's just your perception, and then if you have anything that would aid in astral perception.
Okay.
And then Cipher, for you, it's bugs pilot rating plus his clear view module rating.
He has
I think it's 4. It has been
clear
in the
sight
past.
4. Yeah.
Yep,
With
so
a
you'd be rolling
crap
4
load of
dice.
random cameras. But
Yeah.
his pilot. Oh, with his pilot or just clear view?
Ooh, that is I believe that's a glitch.
Yeah. Can I use
Oh
an
my God.
edge on that?
Yes, you can. You can
Right.
you can use a point of edge to essentially negate the glitch.
I'll do
Rules
that.
critical glitch.
That's
You
not
thought
great
you
to
got
do
out of
in
the
astral
van.
projection.
But you
Um,
didn't.
So because this is I was reminded today listening to another Shadowrun 4th edition podcast
Mhm.
that if you decide to take the glitch, like if you just decide to take it, you get a point of edge back.
Okay.
So if you didn't have a point of edge and you needed or wanted one,
Yeah.
you can just accept the glitch and take the bad and get a point of edge.
Good to know. I will avoid that before we start a job at this location.
Sure. So yeah, you spend your point of edge to negate the glitch, but it doesn't allow you to re-roll or anything. You just get no successes. So you shoot over. Yeah, you shoot over to the pyramid. It's a very large. It's a huge building.
Yeah.
And it's just south of the Denver Botanical Gardens. And it's a massive, as technology stepped pyramid. And part of it is like part of this upper side is caved in. It's like open to the air. Looks like something with very large talons, landed here and ripped open the side of this building. You can surmise that it was obviously a dragon. And you see life forms, you see stuff growing in there, you see stuff all over the place. You see occasionally in groups of people, individuals moving around, sitting around in different parts of the pyramid, but nothing really that you can pick out as
Sure.
important or valid to what you're doing here.
Fair.
Okay, 1 success on bug. What are the instructions that you give him?
Keep your distance. Use all your sensors and just tell me how many and the size of any life forms detected.
Okay.
And his sensors are things like camera, low light, thermo, vision mag, motion sensor, microphone, and ultra wideband radar. This is why I have no money.
Yeah, it's because Bug's a super dope reconnaissance.
This is why I never really want to send him more than 100 yards away from me.
So let's see. You're in the area, correct? You drive over there.
I'd say I don't know, maybe within half a kilometer, as long as you can get that close safely. Yeah.
Yeah. So you send him out. He flies around. He does some high level passes. He doesn't have low light thermo. He doesn't
Vision
have like
mag,
vision
motion
mag,
sensor,
okay.
ultra wide, and microphone.
So you get you get a lot of the same stuff that Sniff does astrally, just as a actual physical like vid link. There's like, you know, his motion sensor triggers a couple times. You can see it's nighttime, but you can see like at a couple of the entrances, you see like people coming in and out. Like usually in groups of no more than 3. But at the like north side entrance, you see like there is a group of like 4 people that just kind of hangs out there. Occasionally, like one of them will go in, and then a different person will come back out. They all do seem to be wearing gang colors. It looks like green and red, like a light olive green, like a dark maroon.
I try to zoom in, look for any sigil or something.
No symbols, just colors. From on these guys. And like you look around for like tags, you don't see any. You don't like with a 1, you don't see any tags on this entrance. But you figure like there's probably tags other places if this is like gang territory that they have tagged it somewhere probably.
Very good. I think I'll just have Bug take a few pictures of like the colors of the gang members, transmit them back to me, and I'll just try to create like my little report on what I found.
And you,
with a
you
roll
don't
of 1,
send,
it's probably not very good.
Yeah, you don't send him into the pyramid at all, correct?
Not well, actually. You said it looks like a large bird came by and ripped a piece of the building out.
Sure.
Like
Yes,
it's
a large
pretty
flying
open.
reptile.
It's open and exposed. I think for that area, let him fly closer, but not like inside the building, but just like to poke around to see if we can see anything.
Sure.
Good angles, just because there's a giant hole.
Yeah, and you have vision mag as well, so you can like do a vision magnification into that opening. Inside, it's basically like a kind of like a miniature city, basically, and you see that like this hole that got ripped in the side is like you can see the inside of like 4 different floors. And like this building is so large that each of these floors is would be like big enough to have buildings inside of it.
Oh geez.
Like this as technology pyramid is absolutely, it's like it is literally a city within a city inside of a building.
Oh wow. So when I said I want to drive like half a kilometer around it, it itself is probably half a kilometer.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like this thing is huge. Like when I say it's south of like Denver Botanical Gardens, like when like, well, I guess like when the sun is going down, like this thing casts a shadow over like most of like the like 8 to 10 city blocks to the east and west of it.
I think Cipher puts in his like report or document for that. Maybe this is why he says he wants it by the end of the month. It's going to take us a month to find the terminal in this place.
And like, and this is also why he was pretty confident that there is an active terminal in there, is because this place is freaking huge. So like the amount of manpower or hours needed to go through this thing and like shut everything down is inconceivable when you're being attacked by essentially a dragon and his private army.
Fair. So I think knowing how Decay thinks, very tactical and grid-like, Cipher would attempt to put together with a roll of 1, it's probably not a good plan, but like try to put together a plan of like how to sequentially grid by grid go through the entire pyramid, trying to check off areas. Kind of like if you're combing the beach looking for a ring, if you've lost it in the sand, you grid it out and you go square by square, something like that. Not that anyone's had to do that before, I'm sure. And about maybe an hour later, everyone gets gets a zipped folder with basically that type of report, but it's clearly lacking details compared to previous reports he has sent to the team. And he's a little embarrassed by it, but he hit send all the same.
DK texts back immediately and says, hey, rambunctious runners, it's DK here. First off, just wanted to thank you, Cipher, for doing high-level reconnaissance, period. I think these floor plans are interesting, but we're not seeing the important picture here, period. Physically accessing the building will be important down the line. However, semicolon, I would hasten to add that for tomorrow night's search, you need to acquire the equipment or knowledge necessary to look for active lines of power within the building, period. If the terminal is accessible in some way, it's going to be in a part of the building that still has power, which I assume no one is paying for the power bill here.
The city has, like, because it's in the city, it's still hooked up to the city grid. Because in the Shadowrun future, electricity is fairly cheap.
Right, but who's paying that bill?
The city is.
The city is paying to keep the as technology lights on?
Well, because it costs them nothing. Like cold fusion
All right.
is a thing. So
that
they just
still leads me back to my point, which is we can narrow, like, we don't need to search the entire place. We need to search for places of active electronic power draw. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to want a server room,
yes,
rather than a place that is just like an AC system, right? We need large power usage of a specific type, especially a type that increases the heat of a room, sort of deal.
I mean, definitely searching for active power sources of a good size is a solid plan.
That's one bubble. Next bubble is, however, after we've located it, this floor plan will come in handy at avoiding local threats and negotiating through it. My current plan is to infiltrate with Sniff. I will go in as a bear shaman medic with a Red Cross armband, looking to spread charitable medical work inside. Period. I can see you smiling through the phone, Blitz, period. Anything you'd like to share with the class, question mark?
I am looking forward to seeing how the gangers deal with you.
He emoji reacts with the skull and crossbones. Then he goes back to working on his bear statue.
Can I just hack? I don't even know if I have to hack. Can I just like access the network there just to see like electrical current draw direction, or is that like what? To like AP's point, like how would you? I don't know of
You have
any device
infrared?
in Shadowrun that like shows current draw.
Well, start with infrared.
I mean that is something that the van has.
You're muted, Spoon.
Bug has thermo, which
Yeah.
would get you heat, but it doesn't. Heat doesn't transfer through walls well unless it's a very large source.
That's fair.
But what we're looking for is a large source.
Yes, but there are lots and lots of walls in this pyramid. You could definitely set Bug on a search pattern to look for like hot walls.
Spoon
I
is
think-
out here. Hot
I'm
walls
looking
in
for
your
hot walls
neighborhood.
in my house. Same raid. Hey, we're two sides of the same coin, Arthur.
Wow.
Bam.
Incredible. He used it against me. I'm fading. I'm slowly levitating up into heaven. I'm done.
You're passing into the west.
Wait, no, wait. For some reason I'm going, no, wait, no.
Uh, all right. So we have a plan to look for electrical power draw. You could also, I would imagine there's probably some sort of visual sensor or some sort of sensor that you could buy that would get you like a magnetic current or like
So, like, I imagine if I find like a power room, any type of power room, it would tell me like what sectors are drawing the most. It's almost like
Sure.
I don't know, 50 years in the future, like I'm hoping your surge breaker box, like I don't know, maybe it was wishful thinking. It's telling you the power draw for each breaker or something like that.
Yeah. Well, and like
I actually think starting at the breaker panel is probably pretty good, using
Or-
an amp meter or something.
Yeah.
if you can find like a nexus, which is basically like a big ass host.
Yeah.
Getting onto a nexus would let you see what's going on.
That feels like I need to go inside with you guys to do that.
Probably.
And it feels like the DM doesn't want us to split the party again.
I mean, you guys can do what you want.
All right. We'll be janitors. I'll fit in the trash bin again. And I'll do my best not to shoot myself with a stun gun.
Is there any other legwork you guys want to do? Anybody you want to call? Ask questions?
I
Do
think
more reconnaissance?
I've been struggling to find it like in the book or even in Chummer, but like what would you say price wise I need to spend to be able to like build my own terminal if I find a feed? Like a hard tap or something like that.
I would say whatever the price of an electronics like toolkit.
Oh, okay.
With that, like you would have enough stuff in that's included with that. It's essentially like it's a big like satchel that you would carry that has like electronics tools and electronics materials. You would have enough there to essentially jury rig a like a tap into any sort of matrix line that you could find.
Okay. I'll say
or any sort of data terminal. You would have the stuff to repair it to access the as technology global grid.
Okay. I'll get a
and I think it's
for,
probably like 500. I think
yeah,
toolkits are
exactly. Toolkit's 500 exactly. I'll get 2 of them just in case I need more parts for something random. And I'm almost out of money again. Yes.
Okay. Decay is going to get a Maltese cross and just like a red. Oh my gosh, the red cross armband. He already has a medical kit, and he's gonna prepare like a big tray of cookies in sandwich bags to hand out to people that he meets. And he's trying to find some way to identify himself as like a bear aligned medic. I'm not really sure how to do that, but the Maltese cross is also to identify himself as a hospitaller. So I think he's going to buy like a longsword and put it over his shoulder. We haven't talked about this. I feel like we've gone pretty deep into his backstory, but one of the icons that the bear comes to him as is King Arthur. And so he's trying to live up or play up to that sort of knightly visage of a knight hospitaller sort of priest healer. But he's also going to peace bond the longsword so that the sword can't be drawn. And also, he's the real weapon. The sword means nothing compared to him.
Yeah. The sword is just a sword.
Right.
Okay, so what is the current plan?
Rest up for the night, go through the day, meet up in the evening tomorrow, and hit the pyramid.
I think step one is we let our electronic reconnaissance team get as much done as possible. And then with, either with complete knowledge or with likely spots, the 2 internal team, one invisible and one in disguise, heads in to take a look while Blitz stays with our electronics expert. If we have to, I did defy some sort of junction box or electronic junction and then bring our little nerd in once he's safe. Once the room's cleared out.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think the only other thing I think Cipher is looking to do is figure out where to actually park the van for like easy in and out strategy, given how large this place is. Someplace where we all know we could get back to.
I mean, there's also definitely like with bugs flyover, like you see there are entrances to underground parking structures that you could like pull in and park the van underground. Like obviously there's no security there, so like whatever comes across your van comes across your van.
Right.
But they're there. Or like you could depending on how far away you wanted to go, like there's a series of like streets and things like that, and buildings and businesses around this area that you could theoretically park in.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be more comfortable parking at someplace that looks like it still does business versus like a parking lot that looks abandoned.
Yeah,
but you don't have to pay to get in and stuff. But
I mean the area around this pyramid is pretty run down. Like it's not like Aurora Barrens level run down, but it is definitely like probably like the highest rated area around here would be like the network or the neighborhood that has the Denver Botanical Gardens in it. But that's that's still a good distance away. Everything else is going to be like D-rated or lower.
Yeah. Okay. Then, man, I'm also now thinking if we park far away, that means people have to walk.
It also means you're probably going to have noise penalties. Unless you're going along.
Yeah, I think you know what, because Cipher's thinking this out loud. What if we do kind of park pretty close, or even like underneath it in like a garage or something? I mean, Blitz and I are staying here for a bit, and then we can suss out how safe it is or not safe to leave the van. I can always
That's fine with me.
Pin it on a map where we park and send it to everyone. If we move.
Not the worst plan. I don't see any issues. Just we gotta, stay above sub-level 3 there, right?
Goes to the first garage he sees. Sub-level 4. Perfect. All right. Well, then I'll see everyone tomorrow at what's the name of our Shadowrun dive bar place? Yeah,
Club Robo. Okay.
So like to imagine Cipher sent that message and no one responded.
You get the thumbs up.
Oh, good.
All right. So we will star wipe to the next night. You guys are all gathered back up. Everybody's got
Decay shows up. He's wearing white robes. He's got a Maltese cross around his neck. He's smiling in a really disconcerting way, and he hands everyone a sandwich bag with a single chocolate chip cookie in it. When you see under his robe, he's literally got like 50 of them in there.
Just baggies with cookies.
Yeah. Yes. And he's got a medical kit slung over his shoulder.
All right.
I think Cipher gets the cookie and immediately opens the bag and takes a bite. And then he realizes, looks around to see if anyone else is eating the cookie. And if no one else is, he puts it back in the bag with the bite marks missing.
Does it look like DK has any kind of armor on underneath?
No, absolutely not.
Free balling it. Got it.
Interesting. Well, Sniff takes the cookie out, dunks it in his coffee, and ready to go, or
Cipher takes his cookie back out of the bag. Onward. No,
all right.
Punching
in the
coordinates
car,
for the van.
DK turns to Blitz and says, "You seem concerned."
Well, last time you showed up to a job in regular people clothes, you got turned into Swiss cheese.
That's why I'm wearing a medic armband and I'm carrying a sword.
Hmm. Yes, because that
Look,
will make you so impervious to bullets.
well, my hope is that people won't attack someone bringing food and gifts.
I hope not.
Plan.
My usual policy is to eliminate all witnesses to any operations that I'm a part of. And I'm trying something a little different this time, and I feel like I'm getting a lot of pushback on it. Kind of
No, there's no
sass.
pushback here.
Noticing differences.
Yes, well, if I have to, I will kill everyone involved, rest assured, but we're going to try not to. Because my friend Cipher is not okay with killing everyone in the area. So we're going to try it the nice way because it doesn't cost us anything except possibly being identified.
We won't be.
Well, you'll be in the car and he'll be invisible, so I'm the only one likely to be identified. So while your confidence there is surging through me, I must say that my normal trepidation and cautiousness is counterbalancing it heavily.
I can promise you, if you're identified, it will not be by cameras or any other technology.
Great. No one has ever used eyewitness testimony to solve a crime before. I turn and I look at Sniff when I say that.
Looks back and forth between Cipher and Decay. He'll get it.
I guess while we're in the pulling into this garage structure without going below level 3, what are the odds? Because it's perhaps old, run down. We can actually see like power lines running in a direction anywhere.
So you see there are lots of the parking garages are sub-level 1. And the one you pull into, you can see like there's lots of along the ceiling, there's lots of pipes and conduit. Go ahead and roll me just a basic edge test.
Okay. Yep, that checks.
So yeah, you see that there is a section of piping that has corroded and rusted away and has fallen down. It's actually blocking one of the down ramps further down into the parking structure. But it does not look like it's actually an electrical conduit here. It looks like it's maybe some sort of used to be some sort of maybe water or
Definitely sewage.
other sort of fluid piping that has collapsed here. You could enough that you could identify an electrical conduit and cut into it.
Yeah, more just seeing if there was an easy, obvious answer. If we just looked up and see all these cables going to the same location, it's like, oh, power room. Right.
Yeah, I mean they are all seem to be going into the pyramid.
Yeah, that's fair.
But and you also figured a structure this large is going to have multiple. Yeah, there's probably maybe some sort of substation in the center, or in a basement somewhere that the power routes out of. But yeah, there's no follow this pipe to get to where you're going.
So what Cipher's trying to do is find a starting point for Decay and Sniff, because right now he's just we have this giant building. I don't know where to tell you guys to start.
As you pull in, you pulled down into the parking garage, you drove past a handful of look like unhoused people on the street. They're wrapped up in tarps or big blankets or stuff like that. So there are people around here if you wanted to go start asking questions,
ask for directions,
or if you wanted to just head into the pyramid and start looking around, you could do that as well.
Cipher's not looking to stop and talk to anyone unless someone tells him to, but he would probably get to where he thinks is close to I don't know if we'd go this far, but like middle-ish. If the parking garage is literally like the whole floor, like trying to get middle-ish of the pyramid. So that's like a central location, easy to get to no matter which direction people go.
Or stairs or an elevator nearby,
Yeah, so like this
Classic dad move. Sees the elevator over here, parks on the other side.
This parking garage does not cover like the entire base of the pyramid. It is a large parking garage, though. Could probably fit on this level alone. You're looking at maybe like 2,000 to 3,000 cars. And you see that there are several spots for either stairs and elevators that you could park next to. There are a bunch of like rusted out junk hulks of cars down here as well. Look like they've been stripped over for parts pretty cleanly.
Can you make your car look like it's been stripped for parts?
It would be a skin, right? I imagine you can, but like anyone who inspects it would be like,
Yeah, you could try and give it some camouflage, but they're gonna know like your car has wheels. Like,
your car's moving.
yeah, like the paneling is still there, and like, or well, I mean, you could make it look like it isn't, but so it would let it blend in a little bit. But if anybody takes a closer look at it, they're definitely gonna be able to tell.
And make it look like a Cybertruck after the glue has failed. Sorry, I'll put a skin on just to like do something, make it look a little more beat up. And then if there are other cars near like a elevator and or stairs area, I'd try to park near those cars.
Okay.
Safety in numbers.
Sure.
I feel like once he parks or he tells the car to park, he doesn't quite know what to tell Sniff and Decay because he's just like, we're here. I know you're going. I don't know where you're going. I'll send Bug with you to scout with you. And that's all I got. He feels like he's dropping the ball on his scouting. I'm like trying to figure out where to start in some place this big.
So if you guys get out and heading over to a stairwell or elevator.
Yeah, I think Sniffle will cast his invisibility before we get moving.
Okay.
Start there. I'll do that at a force. Don't really need a ton of hits, but go with a force 4. Nailed it. Drain. All right, take 1 point. I'm stun. Oh, no, wait, that was only 3 drain, so I take no points.
Yeah, you're good.
3 for 3.
So with a general floor plan
Mhm.
and everything, DK is going to still have his he doesn't have his AR goggles on or anything, but he does have his Link earpiece in so that he can talk to people if necessary and sub-vocalize. No armor. He has memorized as best he can the floor plan, and his plan now is to use his infiltration skills to just like avoid running into people as best possible.
Okay.
And if they encounter him, he will simply play it off as I'm just an aid worker who's here doing charity work, sort of deal.
Sniff is aware that DK, I forget if this is like in character, if Sniff knows that DK's got like his ultrasonic sensing or not, right?
He's
Like,
implied he has some sense before that he can see invisible people, but he's never talked about how it happens.
all right, all right. DK, you think you can keep an eye out for the living if I'm keeping an eye out for anything magical?
Are you moving with me or are you standing still?
I'll be moving with you.
Fine.
All right. I'll also cast Detect Magic then as well.
Okay.
Keep both of those running. Do that at a force 4. Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Do you need an infiltrate roll from me?
Nice.
Yes, I would need an infiltrate roll from
Okay,
you.
so my armor lowers my
Yeah.
agility by 2 points. So should I just give myself a modifier of 2 to cancel that out?
Your armor lowers your.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
What armor are
it-
you wearing?
I'm not wearing armor is the thing. That's what I'm saying is that my agility is naturally lowered in roll 20
Let me
based
look at
on
your
my
character
armor
sheet.
penalties because I have a 1 for ballistic and 1 for impact encumbrance because my armor is so heavy.
Oh, because your body isn't high enough.
I don't know.
Your
Maybe.
body and strength.
My body is 5 and my strength is 3. I don't know if that
Yeah.
makes a difference, but it's on Chummer and it's also on roll 20, I believe.
Okay. Let me look at your gear. Let's see. But I thought you weren't wearing any armor.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not bringing armor on this, but
Okay.
my roll 20 sheet is, I can't make it turn off my armor
Yeah.
penalties. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead and roll. Just go ahead and roll your infiltration, and we'll see if it pops up with the negative. Yeah, you let's see. 1 plus 8. Yep.
So I have
No,
skill
that's
1,
correct.
I have agility of 5 plus 3. Yeah, okay, it did roll correctly.
Yep, you're good.
All right, 4 successes.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys move into are you taking the stairs or are you taking the elevator?
I'm taking the stairs. I'm not going to get trapped in an elevator. That's crazy talk.
So
Now, I'm
you
very curious about where the elevator is getting power from, but
sure. I mean, you don't know if it is powered. You could have walked over to it and been like, boop, and then
yeah,
nothing
I'm not going to
happened.
make that mistake. I'm just going to walk.
Sure. So you guys go over to the stairs. You see, like there is a, like those mall maps of like you are here. When you step into the stairwell, like the whole left wall side is a map of the, pyramid with a little red dot that says this is the stairwell you're in. And you see like there's like it's faded and like a little water damaged. As you step into the stairwell, like you hear like a drip, and like the stairs are damp. But you can see on this map, like there's shopping centers, there's a zoo, there's gardens, there's movie theaters, there's everything that you would need to live here in this building is here. And then you also see at the on the 12th level, there is a entry for Aztec corporate headquarters.
What do you think, DK? Corporate HQ? Any areas on the map that like are suspiciously unlabeled?
Nope, everything's kind of got a label for it.
Great.
There is no levels below sub-level 3 on this map, though.
Okay.
And like sub-level 2 and sub-level 3 are like engineering and like HVAC and all of the utilities that are required to keep this thing going.
Okay. Engineering might be a good option if we don't see anything in HQ.
I don't say anything. I just start moving there.
You guys are heading for the As Technology corporate headquarters.
Well, I heard him say engineering.
Well, I mean, engineering being like, hey, this is a heat exchanger, or hey, this is a like a
Yeah, like
crew
facilities,
station for
water,
like where engineers
power.
hang out while they're not working. Yeah,
I'm
like, this
looking
is
at this map for a backup network relay of some kind.
Okay.
Like not a primary source, but like
Okay.
some sort of like this is a repeater of some kind or some shit like that.
I mean, they probably have like that. Well, so like that information is probably won't be on this map, but you can go ahead and make me. Do you have any knowledge skills about corporate architecture or arcology architecture, or
I
like
have
any
security design.
yeah, maybe.
I have architect as well.
You know what would be a really great skill here? What is Cipher's not your corporate
Oh shit, my knowledge.
yeah. To be like, hey, you're this corporate matrix system.
Corporate network architecture.
Yeah,
Oh,
corporate
yeah,
network
there we go.
architecture. That'd be a really great knowledge
That's
skill
what
to
I
have right about now.
So out loud in my sub vocalizer, I go, if only we had someone who knew corporate network architecture so we could find a backup network relay.
Bug, it's our moment to shine. I click it. Oh, how disappointing.
Are you satisfied with that level of success?
Oh yeah,
With my single
use
edge,
that bad luck. Let's go.
Yeah, you're single.
Can you imagine if I
single
get bad luck and
edge?
this is what it's on? All right, well, I feel like after that comment, I have to attempt it. So I take the 2 successes out, right? So that's 10. So now I roll 8. No, first I have to roll a
you have to roll
D6.
D6.
Boy,
Okay.
I think we bait him into something bad.
So yeah, now you take your 2 successes out, and so you'll be rolling
so 10 minus 8.
Yeah, well, 10 minus 2.
Yeah, 8. Sorry, 8d6 greater than 5. Wow, we are
2
rolling
more successes. Okay,
like dog shit tonight.
But with 4 successes, that's fine. So you know, like
And
given the map that they've painted for you, and like you know, I think Sniff could probably turn on AR and send it to you picture in picture.
Yeah.
You see like this map, and you're like, yeah, if I was designing the you know the matrix architecture like node structure of this area, like obviously the corporate HQ is going to be the most, you know, it's almost guaranteed to have like a Nexus terminal there, because that place is probably running this whole thing. But also your larger structures in the building, like the zoo is probably going to have one. If you can figure out the biggest shopping center in here, they're going to have one. And then there's probably going to be one down in sub level 3 with the like engineering substation down there.
Which one of those is closest to us?
Probably the zoo.
Should we try the zoo first?
DK's already moving.
Okay.
And he walks right through a door with a big pop-up that says it's 10 p.m. that moves past him and through him.
Dun dun.
And
Do you know where your taco is?
Comic Sans font, but with that Microsoft 3D, remember the like pipes screensaver?
Yes.
Font that has that sort of 3D typography to it as he walks through it. And then it's like when Marco Aneros gets demolecularized going through the ring. He stops and he stops moving as the font keeps moving through him.
And then just set the mood, like the lights flicker and it goes like
not to rush this out the door here, Spoon, but
sure.
Any last minute things you gotta GMatize?
No, I think this is a good place to stop. We have a objective for next time. You guys are gonna go check out the zoo, and we'll see how it goes.
Great.
As we enter the abandoned as technology pyramid. Sure, yeah.
One
abandoned.
Unarmored, sword-wielding cookie carrier and an invisible detective.
It's crazy that you consider a physical adept unarmed at literally
unarmored.
Anywhere.
I said
unarmored. He did say unarmored. Yeah.
I'm armored by my faith in the bear.
All right.
My faith in bear. Yeah.
Right, but also if I take damage, I am gonna fail that berserk roll and just start killing.
For sure. That peace bond is not gonna last very long.
Again, the sword is less good than my fists.
Sure.
Until I get a magic sword. Spoon, who shadowed Shadowly?
Ooh, this is a good one. I think everybody kind of
Yeah.
did some good things this episode.
This
Um,
whole fucking group is constantly like, yeah, everybody did good, but then let me settle on one person. No, don't equivocate, don't prevaricate. Stop saying everyone did good. All right, what are we? School teachers? What are we? People with kids?
Everyone did
Intend
bad. Let
your
me tell you who did the
puns.
least bad.
Yeah. All right. You're all terrible. Let me tell you who. Yeah. Who I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Sniff. I think I'm going with Sniff.
Hey, Sniff, who shadowed Shadowly?
I'm gonna go with Cipher.
Okay,
Always
Cipher, who shadowed Shadowly?
I think I'm also going to go with Sniff because it's his contact and his mission.
Blitz, who shadowed Shadowly?
Sniff, because he did all the talking.
That's a lot of Sniff. Unfortunately, I am going to go with Cipher because he did the high level reconnaissance when needed without wandering off and doing weird stuff. He stayed on task, on mission, and he didn't ask for strange favors or do kombucha stuff or soy
Just taking
things.
sips of his Marionberry pie in a cup.
I said, forget about what I did to you with your. Honestly, the main reason I did that is I wanted to have my name on the label of a cup so no one throws it away again.
Yeah, you've never worked in a corporate office before, have you? The funny thing is, I know you do, but
Every day.
Ludemann, you are the one deciding what our question will be for next time.
What should our question be?
You can think about it for a while and then
So
post it on Discord.
I do have one more GMifying thing to do.
Cool. Let's
Yeah.
pop back to that.
Everybody gets one karma.
Hooray.
Watch out, world.
Raking it
We
in.
come.
Any post-episode thoughts we want to throw in here about today's episode?
Good to be back in the saddle.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I think this was a good episode back.
I feel
We
like
good
shit's
for
about
next
to
week?
get real.
Yeah, I really feel like we're about
Think
to
so?
encounter something seriously wrong.
Yeah.
In this
In
pyramid.
as
What it is,
technology?
I have no clue, but
It's gonna
as technology, they're totally fine. They're one of the most well-liked mega
Aren't they
corporations
known
in the
for
entire
like
world.
blood rituals?
No.
we're gonna
As
have some
technology,
fun
no.
at the zoo.
Yeah,
Sub four is just all blood rituals, nothing but blood rituals.
open the doors and it's like the scene from The Shining. Just wolves.
I can't wait till we're trying to run away later and we get in an elevator and it only goes to floors 4 or below.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit.
It just starts moving on its own.
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
Decay just jumps, body lifts himself to the top of the elevator, starts hand over handing the chain up.
Yeah, up the cable. Yeah.
Hey, boss.
I'll look down at you and say, no. What do you want me to do? Deadlift a fucking elevator full of people?
That'd be great.
God, yeah, I gotta remember you have that seven hits on Detect Magic, which is fucking wild.
Yeah, it was a good roll.
I'm not sure you
Being a
want to
con.
have 7 hits on Detect Magic
Yeah,
in
like-
an as technology building. It's like using a black light at like a pay by the hour motel.
Yeah. And
Oh
you're stuck
man,
in the
someone
room,
fucking
though.
died here and
It's like-
his soul was removed from his body.
You can't change rooms either. Like you're just stuck here, but you
Oh.
know what happened.
Yeah.
You're just hiding in the corner.
Yeah. Sniff's just like, it don't smell good in here.
Yeah. Everything's a little crusty, and there's some dark stains on the carpet that you're not sure if it's. You don't want to know what that is.
It's not worth it.
All right, Savannah's literally falling asleep on camera here. We gotta.
I'm not.
I'm getting my cane.
How dare you.
I'm pulling the screen off of the screen.